I. What is continuous variable or continuous data? Before I tell you the meaning, let me give you an example of continuous variable or continuous data. Height, age, weight, temperature, or length. These are all examples of continuous variables. Why do we call them continuous variable? Continuous. That is what should be at the back of your mind. Continuous. It means that this data will continue to change. For instance, you are 1 year older than you were last year. So if this is Mr. A, we can say what? He is 25 years old. Next year, he will be 26 years old. 3 years time, you agree with me, you have to add 3 years to this age. That means the age is continuous. What about the height? A baby that you give birth to today continue to grow in height. What about your weight? Weight can increase and weight can decrease. What about the temperature of a room? Yeah, the temperature of a room could increase or decrease. So these are what continuous numbers that will continue to change. Another thing you must put at the back of your mind is these variables are variables that take any value. Any value. And also, these values are measured in units. The height of anything could be measured in inches, in feet, or in centimeter. The age of a man could be what? 25 years old. That is 25 years. The unit is years. The weight of something in kg. Temperature in centigrade or in Fahrenheit. The length of something could be measured in meter. You see? Any number or variable or data that fall into continuous variable or continuous data, they have what? Unit. What is categorical or nominal variable? Before I continue with this, let me give you examples. Male or female. We say something like brown or red or black. This could be used to describe the hair of a person. Okay? This could be used to describe person himself. See, the person is a male or is a female. The color of his or her hair is black. Then when you see something like this, what comes to your mind? That means we are grouping this observation. What you are observing, you are grouping them now. If you want to label an observation, when I say observation, what you are studying, assume you are studying human beings. These are your observations. Then you want to label them now. See, this group are male, this other group are female. What you are doing now, you are labeling them. These are what nominal. That means you are categorizing the information before you. So there is no way to order them. You cannot tell me that this is higher than this or this is lower than this. You can't tell me that male is better than female or female is better than male. You cannot order them. You cannot tell me that red comes before black or black comes before red. You cannot what? Order them. The only thing you can do with them is what? By category. What is ordinal, variable, or data? Before I still continue, I need to give you some instances. When you see something like this, low, medium, high, you see something like first, second, third, fourth, or you see something like, for instance, I say, okay, this guy is a junior analyst, this is a senior analyst, this guy is what? A principal analyst. All these type are what? Ordinal variables. Why do we call them ordinal variables? Because they are numbers that define the position of something in series. You can see they are in series now. Low, medium, high. First, second, third. Junior, senior, principal. Or for instance, I'm asking you, what is the level of your education? What certificate do you have? You can say, okay, I have a school leaving certificate. I have a diploma. I have a bachelor degree. I have a master's degree. I have a PhD. All this information are categorized as what? Ordinal variables. Okay? These are ordinal variables. They are like categorical variable, but the difference is that there is a clear boundary. You can order them. You can say this is lower than this is lower than this. It took first, this one took second, this one took third. This is a junior, this is senior, this is principal. You can order them. Ordinal. You can order this information. But like categorical data, you can't actually order them. You can only tell me it's a female, it's a male, is this, is that. What is interval? Interval variable or interval data. Still, let me give you some instances. You have 5 staffs. This is their salary. The first guy is receiving 5,000. The next guy, 10,000. The next level, 15,000. Another level, 20,000. You can see the difference between this is 5K, 5K, 5K. There's consistency between these levels. This is what? Interval. There's interval. A clear demarcation between each level. Such data are what? Interval data. You can see? But when we are looking at ordinal, you can order them, but you cannot tell us a clear demarcation between the two. When we are looking at this categorical, there is no way you can even what? Put an order. Say 1 is greater than 1. Okay? We just know that this is a male, this is a female. This is brown, this is red. Okay? For this one, we just know what? We know that this one is just continuous data. Continuous variable could take any value. Like for the one we see now, the interval, it must be consistent. For this one, it's just category, grouping, categorical or nominal variables. For this one is what? Ordinal. You can order them. Low, medium, high. But we can't tell the difference actually. Like this is 4, this is 5, this is 8. The difference is there, but the difference is not what? Consistent. When you get to interval variables, you can actually see the difference. It's there. It's very clear. Okay? For instance, somebody is working in an office, say, I am level 1 staff. The other guy say, I'm in level 2, level 3, level 4. Or you are in a school. Somebody say, okay, year 1 student. The other one say, I'm year 2 student. I'm year 3 student. I'm year 4 student. These are what? Interval. So there's equal space between the two. Equal. That is very important. Equal what? Spacing. So what is the importance of all this? It is very good you know the type of data you are looking at or the type of variable you are looking at. Okay? Very, very important. For instance, you can't just go ahead now and calculate the average of yes or no. If I may ask, this fall into what group? This is what? Categorical what? Data. You first of all need to know the data you are dealing with before you know the type of application or the type of thing you will do with the data. For instance, average requires variable to be numerical. Of course. For instance, you have 4, 8, 9, 10, 12. You add everything together, you can divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divide by what? 6. Because the numbers are what? Numerical. For instance, you have things like the 5-point Likert scale. Which of the variable would you apply this to? What I mean, or you say what? You have something like strongly agree. In your research, you say agree. You say what? Neutral. You say disagree. Strongly what? Disagree. Which type of data will you apply this to? This is for what? Interval. Interval variable. Because there's interval now. First, second, third. You can see there's difference between each of the groups. Okay, this is why it is very important to know the type of information before you know the type of function or type of calculation you can do with them. Hope this is understood. Thank you for viewing.